Hello, it's Hee-Jae here, and let's talk about the Bible. So after asking the first why yesterday of why the two passages in the same chapter is repeated over again, we keep on asking the why as we read what transpired within the passages. The thing is, Moses, through God, thought that it was important enough to be repeated almost exactly the same. Almost word for word, it is the same account retold in a second passage within the same chapter. And in the end of the passage, I come to another why. Because it says in 54, it reads, "Then he," that is the servant, "and the men who were with him ate and drank and spent the night there. When they got up the next morning, he said, 'Send me on my way to my master.' But her brother," that's Rebekah's brother, "and her mother replied, 'Let the girl remain with us 10 days or so. Then you may go.' But he said to them, 'Do not detain me now that the Lord has granted success to my journey. Send me on my way so I may go to my master.' Then they said, 'Let's call the girl and ask her about it.' So they called Rebekah and asked her, 'Will you go with this man?' 'I will go,' she said. Now mind you, after she left, she never saw her mother again, nor her brother again, ever again, according to the Bible. So that 10 days seems very little to me. But she says, 'I will go immediately with the servant to forever say goodbye to her parent and her brother.' She will leave everything behind and leave to an unknown destiny that she was just presented the day before. And that is my second why. How and why would she come to this conclusion to leave with that servant the very next day? Can you imagine this happening to you or to one of your family members? This person, somebody comes in the day before, says, 'Hey, would you marry me?' And then says, it's not even that, because the person she was supposed to marry did not even come. She was supposed to follow this person and leave and never see them again. And she would not even spare 10 days. The reason why this is significant is because after these passages that has been repeated, Rebekah decides on this course of action. So there is the significance of these passages being repeated becomes bigger by the action of Rebekah, because she says she will go. Something happened within this passage that made it important enough for her to leave the very next day. It was important because it was repeated, and now it is important because she made an extraordinary decision at the end. So, what really happened in these passages? What really transpired that allowed this young lady to go the very next day? And that is our second question. This is how I do my Bible studies. This is the second why. Why would she go the very next day? So come along for the ride. Subscribe. And let's see where all this leads to in the end.